Somebody must have told us someplace along the line. I don't know where, but somebody must have told people.
Good morning, Thomas. Good morning. Welcome, everybody. Good morning. If you're watching this on the replay, you can tap the screen. Tap the screen, show some love. Swipe to the right, Apple, from the bottom, Android, and share. Share it with your friends. Share it with your friends and followers on Facebook and Twitter. Good morning. Good morning. Facebook and Twitter. And also here on Periscope. We're going to get started here in another minute or so, ladies and gentlemen. Go ahead and share it so we can go ahead and get more people on to this free boot camp. Free boot camp. Go ahead and share it right now. Everybody present, go ahead and share it. Do me a favor and go ahead and share it right now. Hit that parrot dude in the corner and go ahead and share it. Thank you.
That you didn't expect that? You thought you'd go to school, get good grades, get a job, and you came out here and you'd be able to get a job and live happily ever after, and you say, they lied. Yes, they did. They never told me, you know that song say, Mama told me there'd be days like this. They didn't even tell us that. You know something about life is challenging. I mean, it's some stuff you get out here, you didn't read it in a book nowhere.
All right. Thank you for inviting. Go ahead and share it with your friends on Twitter and Facebook. Share it with your friends on Twitter and Facebook, and we'll go ahead and get started in 30 seconds or less.
As a fact and not a force. See, when you accept yourself and you accept fear as a fact, that means that it's something that happens. It's something that you're going to experience, but it is not a force to hold you back. It doesn't have any special power other than that you give it. So you accept the fact that you are afraid, and then you move on anyhow. You move on past it, and you do whatever.
Welcome. We'll get started in less than 30 seconds. So go ahead and share it right now with your friends. Restream it over there in Meerkat. Go ahead and share it right now with your friends. We're going to get started here in 15 seconds or less, so as I turn off Les Brown.
The lights are just blaring in your eyes, called Free Enterprise Day. I was afraid. My heart was beating fast. I was just pacing back and forth. And Dexter said, "Are you all right?" I said, "Yeah." "Yeah, I'm all right." So I said, "Wait a minute. Just calm down. Calm yourself. Hold it. It's all right, Les. It's all right. All right."
All right. Turn Meerkat around and turn Periscope around, and we'll get started here. All right. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Welcome to Ignited. Another exciting day of training. My name is DarrellMuhammad, real estate investor, mentor, coach, and trainer. Ladies and gentlemen, this is part of a 13-day boot camp. This is part of a 13-day boot camp, which is part of the pre-launch to the launch of my home study training system called TheSecretsToWholesaling, Real Estate Volume 1 and 2. All right, if you're looking to do something financially empowering with your life, ladies and gentlemen, and you've been thinking about real estate, you tried it, it didn't work. All right, go ahead and try it one more time. Many times when you feel like quitting is when your breakthrough comes. So go ahead and look into this. Go ahead and get this course, Volume 1 and 2. It's downloadable. It's not a physical product. This is for display only. It's downloadable. 13 hours of boot camp style, no holds barred, no BS. Nothing but what you need to be successful as a whole state real estate investor entrepreneur. All right. Everything from A to Z is right here. All right. I'm going to show you how to make $5,000 a month. No credit, no cash, no risk, no job, high school dropout. I mean, you can be a felon. You can have a felony, ladies and gentlemen. It does not matter. You can do wholesaling real estate, and I'll show you exactly, welcome, I'll show you exactly how to do it, all right? That's what this course is about. So this is part of the pre-launch, ladies and gentlemen. What I am doing is taking a nugget or several nuggets from each one of the 13 modules. That's where the 13-day boot camp comes from, to give you guys an idea of what you're going to get when you become a student of my system. Now, before we do that, here's what you need to do. Thanks for sharing, Niambi, your followers. Thanks for sharing. All right. In order to stay in communication with me. Stay abreast of the release. Hey, Living Chic, the release of this training system. This is what you need to do. You need to go to TheSecretsToWholesaling.com, enter your information. There I will communicate with you. I'll keep you abreast of any changes on the 13-day boot camp. All right? I'll keep you abreast of the exact date and time that we're going to have the live event. We're going to have a live launch right here on Periscope. All right? Right here on Periscope. Hey, Sister Denise, right here on Periscope to get this program. All right? Now, here's the thing. I'm going to have over $2,500 of free, that's right, free bonuses. Walaikum salam. Free bonuses. But you have to be on the live release in order to get it. You have to be on the live release in order to get it. All right? All right? So that's what you need to know, and that's why you need to be on the list. Now, here to reach me, ladies and gentlemen. All right? Here, thanks for sharing, Sister Denise. All right? Now, to reach me on Periscope and Twitter, it's at DarrellMuhammad. All right? At DarrellMuhammad to meet me and reach me on Facebook and Twitter. Now, here on Facebook, you want to go to DarrellMuhammad Fan. DarrellMuhammad Fan, F-A-N. And you want to go there and you want to like and you want to hit follow or notification. Why? Because during the live event, that's where you're going to be posting your questions. And I'm going to answer them live on the live release of my training program. All right? Now, below here, you see my telephone number. I'm going to try to help as many people as I can, give them free coaching up until the release of my training program. At that point, I won't be able to help you for free. Why? Because I'll have to work with my paid students. All right? So if you want some help, call this number, leave me a message. I'll call you back. All right? Now, there is a way where you can get those bonuses, those 2,500 bonuses without being on the live stream. How do you do that, Darrell? Go ahead and order right now and get a pre-release copy. A pre-release copy of my home study system, training system. All right? It's at a couple of $100 less than what they're going to pay on the live event. All right? So you're going to save a couple of $100, and then you're going to be guaranteed to get all the bonuses. All right? If you don't get it now, then you have to wait. You're going to pay more, and then you're going to get the bonus. Now, here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of you all have been taking advantage of this pre-release order. So I only have room for a couple of more, right? I don't want to sell so many pre-release. And then when I release it, I don't have time to work with those that have paid more than you. All right? So only got a couple of more spots. So if you're serious, ladies and gentlemen, don't wait. Take advantage like Thomas. Take advantage like Ken. Take advantage like Fasan. And get it now. Get it right now, ladies and gentlemen. There's no time to hesitate. You're at the end of the year. And what you do now will dictate how your 2016 starts. All right? So here's what you do. Text me at this number. Text me at this number. Say, send me the link. Text this number and put in there, send me the link. And I'll send you the link so you can go ahead and take advantage of that early release. Now, today we're going to cover, ladies and gentlemen, today is day number 7, module 7. We're halfway through the training system. We're halfway through the free boot camp. So go ahead and share right now, ladies and gentlemen. Go ahead and share with your friends because you don't want them to miss it. What kind of friend would you be if you hoard this good information to yourself? Go ahead and share it right now with your friends on Twitter and Facebook and Periscope. All right? That's even more important than hearts. Go ahead and share right now because I'm going to share with you some more of the nuggets from my home study training system. All right? All right, so here's what we're going to cover today, ladies and gentlemen. Today is module number 7. Now we're going to finish up on due diligence. We're just going to touch some more on due diligence. All right, so this is part 2 of due diligence, and we're just going to mention about offers and negotiation. And here's what you're going to learn when you get the training system on due diligence and offer and negotiation. This module explains the formula in detail on how to determine the true value of any property in a matter of minutes. All right? You'll be able to uncover any hidden problems and know how to solve them fast. It's talking about due diligence. All right? By the end of this lesson, you will know how to estimate repairs right down to the very penny every time. All right. The most critical area, this most critical area will make or break you. Talking about due diligence as an investor. Thank you for the heart. Now go ahead and share it, ladies and gentlemen. I will walk you through every step to assure that that never happens. All right. Now, offers and negotiation. This is what you're going to learn on module number 7. All right. It covers part 2 of due diligence in offers and negotiation. All right. You'll discover the most essential steps in making offers and negotiation. This module will teach you how to put the owner first, making every deal a win-win situation, or you walk away. All right. You'll learn never to take advantage of anyone. All right. I'll show you why making a verbal agreement must be part of every offer. And then you'll also learn the magic formula that will assure you don't pay too much for any property. All right. So that's module number 7. We're going to kind of touch on a few things right now, ladies and gentlemen. So here's the last chance for you to go ahead and share with your friends so they can go ahead and join us and get some of this good information. All right. So due diligence, real quick, because we have about 15 minutes. Due diligence part 2. Due diligence part 2. This really covers now. We went from the legal side of the property yesterday to due diligence on the owner. Now we're back at the property. Now we want to know what this ugly house is worth. Now we need to do the financial due diligence, right, on what is it worth. And this starts with you doing sales comps, sales comparisons. We need to determine the value of this property after it's fixed up based on properties have sold. Properties have sold in that area. All right. Now, how do you get these comps? Well, there's several ways to get the comps, right? The most reliable way, it takes more time, but I'm just going to touch it. The most reliable way, ladies and gentlemen, is getting it from the MLS, the Multiple Listing Service. Now, this is the service that real estate agents and realtors use to list their property, to post properties for sale for all the other realtors to see. All right. The MLS, Multiple Listing Service. All right. So the most reliable, what realtors use for sales comps, what appraisers use as sales comps, is those properties who have sold and are listed on the Multiple Listing Services. Now, I mentioned that's only accessible to realtors. But Darrell, we're not realtors, right? Well, that's where relationships come into play. That's where making friends come into play. All right. Now, this is not your main approach because it takes time to develop relationships. It takes time to develop trust. Take time to develop trust. But I want to share it with you because you want to move and include this in your arsenal. Include this in your strategy. They got to really trust you. The real estate agent, the realtor has to trust you because here's what you're wanting to do. You want to have their login and access to the MLS through their account. All right? They're going to have to trust you because you have the same access they have to change things. If you make a mistake, you'll mess it up. You'll mess up the relationship. So that's why it's not the first thing you want to do because you'll get extremely frustrated. Because you have no track record, you have no relationship with them. All right? Even if you have existing relationship with folks who happen to be realtors, it's still a high trust level that they have to have for you. So it doesn't matter if it's your cousin, right? Your sister, sister-in-law. It almost have to be your spouse that shouldn't have an issue with just giving it to you, right? But the MLS, that's the most reliable source to get sales comps. Right? But you have to get it, you have to have access through a realtor. Now, Darrell, should I get my realtor's license? No. Don't waste that time, that money. Right? Don't waste that time, that money. Just over time, you'll make friends. Over time, get to know realtors. Get them to trust you and know you and like you. And then you proposed that to them. Right? And I go into more details on the course on what do you do. You can offer them incentives. Say, hey, look, how about if we split the cost? Right? How about if we split the cost? I'll pay for a portion or all of your MLS dues if you let me use it. Right? So you can do partial for 6 months, I use it, and then if it goes well, then I'll pay another 6 months and use it. Right? The other alternative is you can ask them to pull comps, but once again, you have to understand the psychology of real estate agents, realtors. They're not going to pull comps for free. They're not going to pull comps not knowing that you're going to bring them business or you're going to do business with them. They're not going to do it as a favor because sales, real estate agents and realtors are on commission only, ladies and gentlemen. They're not a salary paid. They're not paid hourly. So if they're smart, they don't have a lot of time to invest in activity that doesn't bring them cash, right? Doesn't bring them cash. So that's what you have to build. You have to understand, all right? Now, here's what you can do in the meantime, all right? This is a reliable enough source. You want to do this in the meantime, ladies and gentlemen. What do you want to do? You want to use Zillow. Go to their website, Zillow, Z-I-L-L-O-W. Zillow, Z-I-L-L-O-W.com. All right? That's better than nothing. All right? And you'll find some information there, and you'll just have to learn, and I'll teach you in the program, you have to learn how to analyze numbers. You got to know what to look for. Right? You have to know which comps you want to use. I mean, which one do you want to use? Let's say there's 20 houses out there, 50 houses out there that you can look at for comps. Which comps do you use? All right, now here's some of the questions and some of the things that we address on the course in the training system. I don't have time to go into, but just to give you an idea, this is what you'll have to learn when you're looking at the numbers. You need to know how old should the house be that I'm going to use as a comp. What kind of houses do I compare them with? Okay? What to look for to match up comps? Right? What do I look for? Do I use every house that pops up? No. You have to know which one to use. Right? Because if you use the wrong ones, you'll come up with the wrong numbers, and that'll cause a problem. Your deal won't close. You won't be able to find an investor. Why? Because your numbers are wrong. Your numbers are wrong. Your numbers have to be right. You have to be, the comps have to be in move-in condition. So you don't want to compare a comp that's as is, need repairs, when you need to know what is the number, what is the value of this property, what are the sales comparisons based on the property being in move-in condition. Move-in condition. These are some of the things you need to know when you're looking and pulling up comps on Zillow, or sales comparables they're called, on Zillow or from a realtor, MLS, when you get to that point. All right. Start with Zillow.com. Start with Zillow.com. All right. You might get so good until as you don't even need to use comps anymore. You don't even need to use or ask for a realtor to use their access. All right. You need to know how many miles out should I look for comps. Right. If I live, should I use a comp that's 30 miles away? Is that a good comp? So you need to know these things, ladies and gentlemen. It's almost like the internet. You can have so much information where you don't know what to use. You have so much information where you're confused. You can have so much information to as you end up with the wrong information. All right? And wrong information is almost as bad as no information. All right? Comps are what you will determine the 70% rule. These are sale comps value. We call them sale comp value. Sale comparable value. That's what we want to come up with. The sales comps, and then determine a value for the property we're looking at. Right? We want to come up with the sales comps in the area. Come up with that. Find out what those are. Identify those 3, 4, 5, 6 sales comps. And then we need to come up with a comp value, a sales comparable value for the property that we're looking to wholesale. Does that make sense? And then you use that number and you use your 70% rule. 70% rule. We covered it on some other periscopes. We're going to cover that in this training a little bit later. The 70% rule. All right. So you take all the comps, like I said, that qualify, but you have to know which ones qualify. And you come up with your sales comp value for the property you're looking to wholesale. Okay. Now here's the key. You want to pull up comps before. You want to pull up comps before you go out and visit the property. So once you talk to them on the phone, they say, yes, I'll be interested in selling, right? They either give you a price that they want or they don't know. Before you go out there, you run you some comps on Zillow. ZILLOW.com. Zillow. Follow what I teach you in my system on what properties used for the comps, and you come up with your sales comp value, and that's the number that you use the 70% rule on or with. And I'll tell you the reasons why on later training modules on the free boot camp. All right? Because that's very important. You need to know that number. Now we go into, hey, lady traveler, thanks for coming. Now we're going to go into repair costs. Repair costs. Now, before I do that, let me just tell you there's 4 parts that you need to be aware of at this point. Right? There's 4 critical due diligence areas or numbers, all right, that make up the formula or make up the composition of what we need to know in order to get paid. 1, you need to make sure you get the right purchase price from the seller, the homeowner. Number 2, you need to calculate the right repair amount. Number 3, you need to calculate the right market value or sales comp value. We just talked about that. And number 4, you need to accurately calculate your fee. Any miscalculation in any of those 3 areas can cause you a problem, and it's not a big deal. Because on one of the modules, I answered the question, what if something goes wrong, right? How to assure nothing goes wrong, right? So that's covered on module number 11. Okay? Day number 11. Right? So that's not a big deal, but you need to understand if the numbers aren't right, they're not right in one or more of those areas. Right? There's 4 areas, right? The purchase price, the repair cost, the sales comp value or market value, and then your fee. Okay? Now on this module we go into, and I go into full detail, ladies and gentlemen, I'm just kind of brushing over some of this. All right. I mean, I did 4 pages of notes, and that was like the first 20 minutes of this module. All right. And the modules are about an hour each. So there's a lot here. There's a lot here. I'm just giving you an idea so you can wrap your mind around it, so you can say, you know what? I can do that. All right. So here's the 1, 2, 3 of repair estimates. The 1, 2, 3 of repair estimate. There's 3 conditions that the property can be in. There's only 3 conditions that the property can be in. 1 is a tear down. 2, it can need cosmetic repairs, and I cover that in detail in the course. All right, and rehab. I explain all 3 of those, which ones to stay away from, which ones you can work with, which ones are best for wholesale deals. Those are the 3 conditions that the property can be in when you roll up, right? When you roll on up, pull on up, and you whip, right? It can be a tear down. Right? It can be just need cosmetic work, or it can be a total rehab. All right? And there's different levels of repair for all of them, and I go into that more in the course. Now there's 5 components. 5 components of the house. I call them the bones or the structure. These are the main components of the house. And as long as these main components are intact, that's a good sign. But even if they're not intact, you need to be aware of these are the bones, right, of the house. And this is where the majority of your cost for your investor can be spent in these areas. So if these, hey, Ronaldo, thank you for coming. Please restream it, all right? The 5 components, right? So it's the plumbing, the electrical, the heating and air, the roof, and the foundation. Those are the bones that make up the house, makes up the property, any property, right? If you have issues in one of those areas, just know that's going to cause your repair costs to go up. Don't be afraid. Don't be alarmed. Just know, okay, well that's going to add to it, right? Once again, plumbing, electrical, heating, air, roof, and foundation, right? Now, what I do include in the training program, and this is where we talked about the activity binders and some of the forms. This is where another form comes in play, and you put it in your activity binder, right? And it's called the property inspection form. Property inspection form. Thanks, Lady Traveler, for sharing. I really appreciate it. The property inspection form. You'll find that in module number 13. Forms, contracts, and stuff. Right? Property inspection form. That's a checklist, ladies and gentlemen. Just walk through and look at the condition of the property and you check off. Good, bad. Good, bad, good, bad, good, bad. I have another form in here, which is your estimated repair cost form, where it actually has numbers, dollar amounts. Need a new window, need doors, need foundation, need roofing, and you come up with an estimate. But this is where you start using, or you use the property inspection form. Now here's the key. There's a lot of little tricks, tricks of the trade, ladies and gentlemen. There's a lot of little things that I teach you that will separate you from everybody else, right? That'll make you appear to be a professional, even if you're not that yet, right? It will present yourself as a professional, all right, to the seller. Now, here's one. You want to do the property inspection checklist in front of the owner. That's number one. Number two, you want to ask them questions about each area that needs repair. This is psychology, ladies and gentlemen. This goes into the other half of module number 7, which is offers and negotiation. See, you have to, what I learned in sales, you just can't go into the close. You just can't go in for the kill, so to speak. You just can't go straight for the jugular, as they say. Right? You have to set up the sale. You have to set up the negotiation. You have to set up the offer. That's what this inspection form does if you use it the way I teach you to use it, by going through a walkthrough inspection of the property with the owner. You take them with you. Don't let them stay back and on the phone and say, hey, walk through the property with me as I inspect, because I'm going to have some questions that I need to ask you. Right? And you check through the list and ask them about it, and ask them about it, and ask them about it. And like I say, I go into detail because you have to do that right, ladies and gentlemen. Something small like that will make all the difference in the world. You just can't go walk through by yourself and check it off, talking about I did the inspection checklist. You have to do it with the owner. You have to walk through with the homeowner and ask them questions about each area of repair. If you miss that, ladies and gentlemen, that might cost you a deal. All right? Now we're talking about the 1, 2, 3s of repair estimates. Repair estimates. All right? Thank you very much. Appreciate you, Niambi. Appreciate you. All right? Repair estimate. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're just joining, my name is DarrellMuhammad, real estate investor, mentor, coach, and trainer, giving you this free wholesaling real estate boot camp. 13 days. We're on day number 7, module number 7. And what I'm doing is I'm taking information nuggets, right? Actual training from each one of the 13 modules here in my soon-to-be-released real estate training system. It's downloadable, over 13 hours of audio, right? All the forms and contracts and all the stuff you'll need from A to Z to make $5,000 a month without job credit, without money, without a loan, without high school education. You can do it even if you made some mistakes in life and you have a blemish on your record, right? You're a felon and have a felony. You can do this legally, morally, and ethically. All right? So that's what we're covering right now. And we're halfway through, more than halfway through this training, and more than halfway through the material, right? The training system. And ladies and gentlemen, it's not informational. It's training system. It has homework assigned to each of the modules that you have to do. All right? It has to do. You have to do it. Right? Now, we're talking about due diligence part 2 and offer and negotiation. Now, I had to go into due diligence. I had to cover that, ladies and gentlemen. I won't be able to go into offer and negotiation. I'm just going to hit on a little stuff so you'll know what to expect when you order the system. All right? So, you want to do this. Back to repairs. 1, 2, 3 of estimating repairs. Here's what you want to do. You want to get 3 bids from 3 different contractors. Now, of course, this is after they've agreed to sell you the house, right? This is after they've actually signed the contract, right? They signed the contract, more on the training system, right? But here, they say, okay, we're in agreement. We're going to close in 30 days, in 15 days, or whatever it is, 20 days, right? Now you want to call 3 contractors for each area of repair. And I go into details on the difference between repairs for electrical and plumbing versus repairs for cosmetic stuff, right? But here's what you want to do. You want to get 3 estimates from 3 different contractors for each area of repair. You want to meet them at the property, and you want to walk through the property with the contractor, like you did with the homeowner, and ask them questions. Don't want to bombard them with questions. You don't want to, you just will have a conversation with them like you would a friend, not drill them with questions. All right? So you want to, and here's you want to get the estimation in writing. You want to get the estimate in writing. You want to ask them questions while they're doing it. Oh man, that looks like a lot of work. Or that looks pretty hard to do. You know, you just will be casual, right? Because this is a learning process for you. This could be more than just you getting estimates. This is you getting trained 3 different times on the same repair work from contractors. It can be a learning experience for you. So now, in the near future, you won't have to call them. You keep the estimates. You can reflect on them. You can take notes, right? And you can use them as notes for future reference. Okay, last time, and you have pictures of the property, and we'll get on all that. And then you say, okay, last time that was a fascia board, and that was X number per foot. All right. See? So now you can come up with your own ideas, your own numbers. So when you do your inspections, you can come up with your own sheets. Remember I told you before, how did I get all these sheets? I came up with them. An entrepreneur fills in the gaps, ladies and gentlemen. That's what entrepreneurs do. Thanks to Candace for sharing with your followers. All right? So we're moving very quickly. Now you want to know how to use estimates to maximize your profits. How to use estimates to maximize your profits. That's in the course, ladies and gentlemen. There's a lot I want to go into. I'm over time already. We're going to talk about in the course when you get it, how to work with contractors, how to make them your friends, right? You don't want, last person you want to upset is a contractor. It's kind of like a cook in the kitchen. You don't want to upset the chef, all right? I'm going to tell you how to tell good quotes from bad quotes, or good estimates from bad estimates, right? Contractors are smart. They're not dumb. They know that you're getting estimates. So they're going to try to lowball it on the estimates, then get out there. This is their thinking. You have to know what their thinking is. Then get out there and say, oh, well, I didn't notice this on the estimate, but you're going to need this and this and this done. We can leave it off, but you really needed to get it done, and that'll cost you a couple extra $100 more. So I'm going to teach you how to be able to weed out the BS estimates from the real estimates. All right. Now, the rest of the audio training on module number 7 that we're covering here goes into offers and negotiation. Offers and negotiation. That's very, very powerful, ladies and gentlemen. You're going to learn the art of guesstimations. Estimations, guesstimation. You're going to know the one thing to do to get 50% more deals done. That's what that section of the module. This is still just one module. Module number 7. But in offers and negotiation, and I'm going to tell you the one thing to do to increase your deals by 50%. Amateurs don't do it. They don't know to do it. But I'll tell you right off the top, what to do, right, to increase your chances by 50% or increase your deal flow by 50%. To increase your deals that you actually close on by 50%. 50%, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? All right? So that's offers and negotiation, and there's so much. Like I said, I just breezed through the first 20 minutes, and I didn't cover it all. There's another 40 minutes left on that module, right? The more of it goes into offers and negotiation. Ladies and gentlemen, you'll have everything you need from A to Z with this program, all right? Don't hesitate. Stop procrastinating. Stop romanticizing the possibilities, right? A potential never has done anything for anybody. Potential has to be manifested into actions. And how do you do that? Follow me on Periscope and Twitter at DarrellMuhammad. Go to Facebook and get on my fan page, DarrellMuhammad fan page. Click like and click notification or follow. All right, you're welcome, Thomas. All right, notification and follow. And that way, when we get ready to launch the training system, it's going to be live on Periscope, okay? Then you'll be able to interact with me by putting your questions in the fan page, and I'll read it live and answer your questions there. All right. Now, to find out more about the remaining free boot camp training, make sure you go here and get on the list. All right. Go here and get on the list right now after this stream. That way you won't miss anything. You don't want to miss anything. Okay. Believe me, you just don't want to miss it. All right. You should have seen enough to know that you don't want to miss what's left, and you don't want to miss the live launch. So go here, enter your name and information. You'll be aware of any changes that will happen, because changes always happen, right? And you'll be aware of the exact date and time of the live launch, okay? Of the live launch. And what else I need to tell you? All right, as we close out, all right, if I can be of any assistance to you guys, all right, I'll be able to help as many people as I can for free up until the release of my system. All right, call this number, leave a message. I'll call you back. One question, ladies and gentlemen. One question, your name, telephone number, and your level of experience. And I'll call and I'll answer your question. Now, as I said earlier, if you missed it, you can get an early release of this training system, right? You can get it today if you want it today, right? And when you get it today, as a reward for getting it today, you'll get several $100s off the release price, and you'll get all the bonuses automatically. All right. If you don't get it now and only have, I think I can only sell about 2 more, and then I'll be maxed out and I'm not going to sell anymore. All right. So go ahead and rob Peter to pay Paul, move some money around, whatever you have to do. Go ahead and get this program today, and that'll secure that you'll get the bonuses. If you miss out, drag your feet, or whatever the case may be, then, that's on you. But here's how you do it. You text this number, send me the link. You text this number, send me the link. I'll send you the link. Thank you, Sister Denise, for that compliment. I'll send you the link, and that's where you can get it for a couple of $100 less than the release price, right? And you're guaranteed to get the bonuses. If you miss out on that, I can only sell probably about 2 more, and I'm going to close it down. After that, you'll have to get it at the live event. And the only way you can get the bonuses, you have to be there at the live event to get the bonuses. All right? The universe rewards those who take action differently than those who don't. It's all about action, ladies and gentlemen. It's not about anything else. It's not about failure. It's not about success. It's about action. Taking constant action towards your goal. And I'm here to help you, but I can't do it for you. That was module number 7, day 7 of the 13-day free boot camp, ladies and gentlemen. Free boot camp. And I was happy to bring it to you. Got to go with 8 minutes over. But thank you so very much for your time. Get on the list. Go to TheSecretsToWholesaling.com. Get on that list. And then that way you'll know on what's going on for the release of this training system. You don't want to miss it. You want to get it today so you can guarantee to get all the bonuses. and then you'll be set. You'll be in a great position to make some things happen in 2016. All right? So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, as always, I'll see you at the top, not from the top, because you, your family, but most importantly, your community deserves your very best. Until tomorrow, take care and God bless.